Another school year has come to an end, and I can't help but be grateful to all the people who have contributed to making it a bit better in one way or another. Never before have we had to deal with something so widespread and life-changing, something that has had an impact on both our everyday lives as well as our long-term plans. Every single one of us is faced with a challenge that we cannot overcome alone. Should it be a single text or a several hour-long conversation, now more than ever, it's important to support each other so that we can return to our normal way of life as soon as possible and as safely as possible.
One year ago, the World Health Organization declared the spread of COVID-19 a worldwide pandemic. Reacting to the virus, schools at every level were sent scrambling. Institutions across the world switched to virtual learning, with teachers, students, and local leaders adapting to an entirely new way of life. A year later, schools are beginning to reopen, finding the light in the darkness. But it is safe to say that COVID-19 will end up changing education forever, casting a critical light on everything from equity issues to educational technology and school financing. And here is our reaction.
I have been asked to share something that gives me inspiration in these challenging times. The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted all of us in many ways. We're all living in tight circles and missing our routines we used to take for granted with our friends, classmates, and our teachers. For me, some days are more challenging than others. There will be bad days. Be calm, losing your grip, opening each palm slowly. Now, let go. Be confident. Know that now is only a moment, and if today is as bad as it gets, understand it by tomorrow, today will have ended. Be gracious. Accept each extended hand offered to pull you back from somewhere you cannot escape. Be diligent. Scrape the gray sky clean. Realize every dark cloud is a smoke screen that blinds us from the truth. And the truth is, whether we see them or not, the moon and the sun are still there. And always there is light.
Today feels uncertain, but tomorrow represents hope and promise. So we can spend more time planning for and dreaming about tomorrow, and less time worrying about today. We will do this until we can all be certain again.
I'm a 15-year-old high schooler during this pandemic. At first, when I heard we were going back to school, it didn't seem real. It was like this unbelievable type of thing. It's like the spit in my stomach. It's like you're on a break, but at the same time you feel trapped. I was worried about the uncertainty and how things were going to play out. I felt distant from the teachers and the whole schooling process. I wasn't focused.
As teachers, if you want your students to succeed in their schooling during this pandemic, I think you should really communicate with them, all of them, to clearly understand what they're going through.
It is really surprising how many people complain about school day after day after day, but then as soon as this happened, everybody was like, oh my god, I need to go back to school.
Asynchronous learning, a common experience of the COVID era in which children are left to do this or that unsupervised assignment, often choosing League of Legends over grammar books, was de-emphasized at American College Arcus. Even though all of the students were enrolled remotely full-time, the school has managed to achieve a high attendance rate. During this chaotic moment, this achievement is nothing short of astonishing and was only possible because American College Arcus is a small and well-staffed school. This pandemic has forced teachers and principals into roles of social workers and tech support. No one likes doing something they think they're failing at. It doesn't matter if you learn to ride a bike at the age of 5 or 6. What matters is to learn to ride with confidence. But I think it's a mistake to think of us as the lost generation, as if no learning is happening. There are profound lessons to be learned during a time of crisis. Hope is really important.
We have suffered through a lot, but we need to keep on to our hope. Let's take care of ourselves and each other. Let's not get paranoid. Instead, we should do our due diligence and take the precautions we need to. Right now, we are all more dependent on each other than we have ever been. We shall stand united against the challenge we are faced with. We shall continue to fight and we shall persevere. We shall not give up because we are going to win. And in the end, this virus will end up being the thing that brought us all together. And remember, we're all in this together.
че ще ми свърши батерията, бе. Ама беше отворено. Затворим вратата. Забрахме да затворим вратата. Да. Не, ти си нереален. Ти си нереален. Аре бе,